one thing that I've gotten better at personally, which I would like to integrate this mindset into my life in general more, is like when I got into working out when I was in high school. Since I've been into it since then, I've developed the mindset of like, especially like when I was a teenager, when I got into working out around that time, I had a lot of anger problems, and I learned gradually to like sort of direct channel my anger in a healthy way
Mhm.
into working out. And then at first I had much more of that mindset, but then over the years, as it became like it became like one of the reasons I enjoy working out personally is that it helps me mentally so much, which a lot of people talk about. Like it it helps calm down my mind so much, just as much as it exercises my body. And I look forward to the suffering of it too, which is kind of more of a stoic mindset too, because it's hard to do, but when you're doing it, it feels good to push yourself, and then after you feel really good too. And then gradually, like as my mindset has changed a little bit about that over the years, I don't just go like crazy insane with rage when I'm working out. I sort of
Mm.
have to try to find like this balance between like anger and serenity, because if you get too amped up, you can fuck up on your form or something when you're doing an exercise. So if
Yeah.
you have like this balance of sort of sort of like really focused anger, but like also serenity, it's like the best sort of mindset for that. That sort of mindset in general just reminds me of the character of Conan a lot.
Yeah, totally. No, that's yeah, because I mean, it's like a balance, right? If you push too hard one direction, you lose balance, and vice versa. So even something like that, even being very driven, needs to be done with a certain balance in place.
Yeah, yeah. Especially like because like with workouts, if you get too intense, you can expect like I know a lot of like athletes do this in particular, because you're so good at pushing yourself, you can push yourself too hard, and then that's how you can get injured.
Totally.
But it was like if it was more recently, it was Pavel Satsuine. I don't know if you've heard of him. He was on one of the Joe Rogan episodes a little while ago. He like just listening to him helped me change my mindset just a little bit about working out. Just more of this, you don't need to go like 95 or like 98% effort and push yourself so hard. It's more important to go like a little less intensity, like maybe 90 or something like that, and then do more volume and just focus on just continuously making gradual progress. And that's how you can keep like longevity in that, which
Yeah.
is more important, because I want to be able to still be in good physical condition and still be able to work out like when I get older in my 60s and 70s and stuff like that.
Yeah, 'cause that's the problem with, in fact, a lot of people who do sports, they push too hard and they mess themselves up. It's a very, very, very common thing. And then it's like, great, you push really hard, you were great for a while, and then you crash and burn, and now you can't do anything because you are physically a wreck.
Yeah, yeah,
Would be
definitely.
better not to push as hard and to be able to do it your whole life. So
Yeah,
something to be
definitely.
said about longevity for sure.
I'm sure that's an important mindset for you too with martial arts.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you want to do it forever, right? It's like, and that's one of the problem for professional athletes. The professional athletes, it's not designed to be done forever. It's done to be done at the highest possible level for a short period of time. So what you do is are really unhealthy practices to deliver the maximum result in a short span. But then pretty much all professional athletes, by the time they're done with their career, they have like 10,000 injuries.
Hmm. Yeah,
Not so.
especially if you're like in MMA, you can get like brain trauma and not be able to think properly for the rest of your life.
Even something mellow like you play basketball. Most basketball players demolish their joints because they put so much strain on them for way too long, too high intensity, mess you up. It's like a lot of them will suffer a lot later in life, and they will have, I forget who I was listening to once that, he was a veteran in the NBA, was finishing his career, and was talking about like the monstrous envy that he had for rookies, because he's like, man, for like 2 or 3 years, these kids get to play without pain. They are playing just, they can. And then when by the time you're a veteran, you have so many injuries to work around that you're always playing in pain. You're never, and that clearly is not a healthy thing. It's obviously not a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to like tone down the intensity a little bit and make sure you do all of the proper recovery work.
Yeah.
Like get that mobility work in, and even do stuff like cold showers or sauna or hot baths or stuff like that too.
Yeah, absolutely. And not even push yourself. There's something about pushing, but not over pushing. Overtraining is sometimes just as bad as not training enough, if not worse. Because not training enough, you can always help it. Overtraining, once you're messed up, you're messed up.